What is Shounen Jump known for? Making a ton of new series, maybe making a ton of very hot series, making action-packed scenes, iconic characters. Nowadays, for me, Shounen Jump is a platform which does not understand the power which it holds. For many years, I have been a Shounen Jump reader. The very first series which did not get an anime and I was following weekly and got cancelled was Paradox Writer, a great series about a manga artist which gets a Shounen Jump issue from the future and decides to plagiarize it, but only to find out that the artist of that Shounen Jump series, which is currently in high school, sees that and becomes a fan, thinking they are thinking alike. But the artist, which is young, dies in the future, so due to overworking herself. So the manga artist now has to try and save her. And another great series, which is Phantom Seer, which hurts me to talk about, so I'm not going to talk about it. So what I'm saying is, you may know Shounen Jump for One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Sakamoto Days, Kagurabachi, etc, etc. But there are some things which you may not know. Like, did you know that currently Shounen Jump has a series called Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi, which is pretty fucking funny? Did you know that for the last 5 years, Mission Yozakuro Family has been serialized in Shounen Jump, even though it did not get an anime immediately? Undead Unluck, which, despite getting an amazing anime by David Pro, still somehow did not get an anime. Akane Banashi still does not have an anime, which just got one. Kill Blue, I hope does not get an anime. Newest Exorcist, etc, etc. There are a lot of things in this magazine which have not been seen by other people. So I would like to make a series where every 3 months I look back at Shounen Jump, at series that ran in Shounen Jump and got cancelled, so we remember each one of them. And maybe if they get translated, some of the one-shots too. Starting off, let's go over the biggest one currently, which is Jujutsu Kaisen, which is ending. Well, as if recording this, we're currently waiting for the weeks for chapter 270. So I won't be discussing a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen. All I will say that despite its hang-ups right now and things that it is going through right now, I still think Jujutsu Kaisen is a pretty solid show and manga. And something tells me we're going to get a second part. Maybe by the time I have edited this video, we're already having a second part right now. No, well, announced. I doubt Gege will draw one. Though the prospects of it are really interesting. I'll probably make a video next week lamenting about the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen. But, yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen, my favorite series, if not evident by this channel. Really interesting how the fucking manga will end. One Piece is amazing. The Egghead arc conclusion is amazing, and you know what, I'll say this, I'm not going to be discussing One Piece every 3 months on this channel, but what I will be doing is in case something great happens, something really amazing, like it needs to be said, or something terrible, who knows. One Piece will be mentioned. But now into the meat of the video, series which are not very well known. And the first one is Shinobi Undercover, which at this moment has a single chapter. Shinobi Undercover is a story written by Ippon Takeguchi, previously known for Candy something manga, I don't remember. I was kinda following it weekly, kinda not. And Santa Mitarashi, which drew that set. Oh yeah, Candy fucking Flurry, that's what it was called. So, Shinobi Undercover is a story about a ninja protecting a very rich girl in her school while pretending to be a student. Does this sound like a lot of manga nowadays? Kill Blue, and another manga which I'm blanking the name of right now, Haneko Akabane's Bodyguard, which are both literally the same thing, but instead of being a ninja, he's a hitman, he's an assassin. For some reason, these two things are different. But what does Shinobi Undercover has going for it? Well, the art is actually pretty good. I think it's way better than Candy Flurry. I really love how the action is drawn, how the points are made. And the main character having anxiety is nothing new. I feel like after Bocchi the Rock, this trope has been done to death. That the main character has anxiety and they can't talk. Oh no! But the art is art is legit carrying this series. Will it survive? No. I don't think so. And if I'm not mistaken, the girl which the ninja is protecting, sorry, I don't remember their names, it's just one chapter, so yeah, is very clumsy, so I guess that's like the unique part of this manga which makes it, like, I don't know how to explain this, which makes it different from the others, I guess, and I guess it's cool. In the first chapter is nothing much, we're just introduced, I guess, to a bunch of characters which will become important later on, and we are also seeing that there are other people protecting her. We're seeing that there is like this main villain guy which we have to take down in chapter 1, otherwise we are... Like, you can't have a first chapter of a Shounen Jump series without someone being taken down. In this case, it's this creepy guy, which is older. And of course, we have this cool scene where he tries to take down our main character, fails, and the main character makes him shit him in his pants. And yeah, he's really cool, he's amazing. But again, I don't think it really impressed me all that much beyond the art being amazing. It wasn't funny, It hurts to say, but I don't think Shinobi Undercover is worth your read. But yet again, I'm only in chapter 1. Chapter 1 has not made a huge impression on me, so I guess that's the takeaway. Sakamoto Days! I'm not going to go through everything that happened in Sakamoto Days in the past fucking month, but Sakamoto Days is amazing. The synopsis is that a retired hitman starts living his life as a fat fuck who has a family and is running a convenience store. Then, for some reason, there is a bounty on his head despite the organization he worked for, well, not having any beef with him. So, there is this mystery aspect of why he's being hunted, him trying to balance his work life and his regular life. The series is fucking funny. The series has an amazing choreography, like John Wick immediately comes to mind. I think my favorite fight is where they are fighting in a cinema, and you can see their silhouettes as the projector shines. But in the past month, everything that happened in Sakamoto Days is amazing. Now, Sakamoto Days spoilers in case you're watching the anime, or you just don't want to be spoiled. Sakamoto has found his teacher, who was in the flashbacks, who is now out of his coma, and he's currently training Shin, and fuck, what's your name? Heisuke. Heisuke and Shin are being trained by him, and basically the synopsis is that Shin has reached his physical limit, but he has not reached his psionic ability limit, or ESP limit. That's why he's being sent to prison, which holds literally the strongest ESP user, which is this girl, which can see the literal fucking future. And then we're introduced to this fucking guy who brings on the fucking biggest beatdown for Shin. Now, I guess since we're not going to be discussing the entire series, I really like, by the way, that they brought Boiled back from fucking Volume 1, but since we're not discussing the entire series, what I'm interested in is the following. Well, what we are going to be discussing is the following. Is these batch of chapters good? And I think they're amazing. I like Shin as a character, but unfortunately whenever he's on screen, there's not as many funny things going on. So the funny aspect of the Sakamoto Days manga is being lost. And I'm not a big fan of the prison arcs. I think the only prison arc I genuinely fucking loved... I won't count Stone Ocean as a prison arc because it's a prison fucking series. And I think the only prison arc I liked was the Bocchi one. The Baki one. The Baki prison arc. But this prison arc makes itself different by introducing Joe Shackles, the warden, which is fucking psychotic. And I think the setup for this being Shin trying to get into the bottom layer to meet with the ESP master, but as Joe Shackles tells him, he's fucking weak, so he's going to stay on the fucking first floor. So, Should you catch up or start reading Sakamoto Days manga? Abso-fucking-lutely. Um, so, next up is Kagurabachi. First of all, rest in peace, Kagurabachi Brazil, though I see you posting from time to time. And first of all, should you catch up on Kagurabachi? Kagurabachi has the only mid-chapter in my opinion, which are chapters 1 and 2. And after that, it's a legitimately really good shonen. Like, nothing out of the box right now, but it's a really good shonen. The current arc just started, which starts at chapter 47, simply titled Uruha, which is them protecting the previous owners of the Enchanted Blades. And introducing the new, I think he's going to be part of the trio, with Chihiro, Hakuri, and Uruha being a trio. Also, their colors matching, Chihiro being black and red, and Hakuri being white and blue, and everyone is assuming since Uruha was colored in green, he's probably going to be the green colored one. Any case, Uruha is cool, the setup for this arc is very cool, the new character Hirohiko is giving me the biggest fucking Mahito vibes. What can I say about Kagurabachi which will not discuss the entire series? I can say the synopsis and you can try and see if you like it. Kagurabachi is a story... Basically, read Kagurabachi. It's really good. We'll be discussing, like, each batch of chapters from time to time, but without giving too much away, I think Kagurabachi's definitely Shounen Jump's next big hit. I'm really enjoying the series. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Next up on the list is another new series, but an old artist. Which makes me sad because the artist is the artist of Act Age. If you don't know the artist of Act Age, let me make sure I'm getting her name right. Shiro Usazaki, which was an artist for a series about actors in Shounen fucking Jump, and it was doing really fucking well. And the writer was a different dude, which we will not name, which was arrested for sexual assault. Which made Shiro Sasaki without the series. Shiro Sasaki is an amazing artist. She's really talented. It was heartbreaking to see her go. But now she's back with a new partner, Osamu Nishi, this time around. And the series which they're working on is Ichi the Witch, which is amazing and makes me worried because there are a lot of good series in Shounen Jump right now, and I'm not sure Ichi will survive. Ichi is about a guy named Ichi who lives in a world where only women can become witches, magic users, etc. And there is another really interesting aspect. The magic is called magic, or magic, and every magic is alive, so you have to tame it or defeat it in order to use it. And Ichi is a hunter. He enjoys hunting, but he has one principle. He will not attack something unless it tries to kill him. So, he's like this fair guy, he's very energetic, he lives in the forest, he enjoys hunting. And in order to gain magic in this world, you have to hunt it down. You see where I'm going with this? So one day, in his mountains in which Ichi lives, a witch is fighting the strongest fucking magic in the world. King Uru. And cannot defeat him because King Uru, which has this very strong spell on himself, which does not allow it to be killed unless it's done by a man. And as I already mentioned, in this world, man cannot get magic. Until Ichi comes and fucking kills him. And then there is the second chapter, which is not as eventful and as cool, but it does have a very interesting thing about this. First of all, I thought that was the end of this guy. I thought we might see him in flashbacks, this King Uru, King of Magic. But actually, he appeared as like a devil, like akin to Sukuna and the 19 Fox. But then there was an interesting thing proposed, which I noticed. King Uru does not want any more magic to be hunted down, and then I thought, well, that's logical now. He doesn't want any more of his species being hunted down, which I really liked because he's not a straight-up bad guy. Well, I mean, he does kill people, but he's not, like, straight-up bad guy. He's not Sukuna levels of bad. So, but this kind of works with Ichi's philosophy because he won't kill anything unless it tries to kill him, unless he senses murderous intent. So we get this very interesting setup where the first main witch is born and everyone wants to experiment on him, and he has this really cool ideology which works and doesn't work with this world, and the art is so on point. There's this character named Descaras, which is, oh my god, I love her facial expressions. She looks like she's tired, wants to cry, and is like a smug bitch at the same time, and I just love her. She's amazing. Should you read Ichi the Witch? Fuck yeah, you should read Ichi the Witch. At least give Shiro Sasaki a second chance. Oh my god, she got done so dirty. And will it survive? It will survive if Jujutsu Kaisen and Yozakura family finally fucking end. Next up on the list is Undead Unluck, which makes me worried. Undead Unluck is an amazing series, with an amazing concept, which I cannot explain because it's 222 chapters long, so you will just have to skip over this video in case you don't want to hear Undead Unluck spoilers, because the synopsis of Undead Unluck will take me around 1 fucking hour to tell you. If you say that means you're caught up on Undead Unluck, and I'll just voice not my opinions on the story, which, you know, I like the story, it's amazing. What I will voice are my concerns about the story, or what's happening outside of it. If you look at the talk results of Undead Unluck, or the rankings it currently is getting, it's at the fucking bottom. And if you stay at the fucking bottom, you'll get a rushed fucking ending. And Undead Unluck does not need a rushed fucking ending. Some people are saying that it's technically the fault of the new editor-in-chief which dislikes Undead Unluck. That can be true, but I can say that there is another reasoning for this, which is Gina's backstory, which was shown a while back, and I don't think a lot of people cared for it. I liked it, but I can't say I wouldn't be surprised if it was at the bottom of the fucking magazine, but still. Undead Unluck is currently officially has started its final arc by literally saying the name of the series 2 times in a row in the chapters and defeating one of their most unbeatable villains from the ending of the latter half of Undead Unluck. So, yeah. Blue Box! Huh. Okay, I'll be for real, I have been following this shit weekly, and I have been very, very embarrassed to admit it. But the current... I can't discuss Blue Box as, like, a really serious thing, because it's just a slice of life, and I enjoy it a lot. The current arc is, I guess, about Hinao, and the glasses guy, which is a name I always forget, expecting their own romance. The thing is, when, Taiki confessed when Taiki confessed to Chinatsu, I was like, okay, are we ending the series? Because where the fuck are we going from here? And apparently we have a lot of things to do, and which is developing the other cast, and seeing the wholesome life of Taiki and Chinatsu. Do I recommend this manga? Yes. Shounen Jump will always need a wholesome manga or a romance manga, and the thing that Blue Books does well, it does not fucking sexualize minors, and this is actually an enjoyable read, because they're not perverts every 5 fucking seconds, and it's just wholesome, you know? I will say, it does drag on a bit. I do feel like Blue Box is not meant to be in Shonen Jump a little bit. I do feel it should have a better place. I think if I were an editor in Blue Box, I would move it to Manga Plus instead. Not Manga Plus, Shonen Jump Plus. I feel like it's not it for the magazine. Mission Yuzakura Family. Mission Yuzakura Family, if you have seen the anime, started out as a comedy, which then became an action, with comedy aspects. What do I think about the final arc? I think the same thing every time. The entire... Oh, fuck. I think I think the same thing every time an entire fucking family decides to fight someone. When is the fighting going to end? Because the fights are reminding me of Bleach, where the fights are, oh no, you're stronger than me. Oh no. Okay, I'll use this new ability which I developed off screen. Boom, ba boom, I win. But every other aspect of Yuzakura Family is really good. Should you read it? I don't know, man. If it would be shorter, I would say yes, like 150 chapters. But I do feel... I know. I think it's a wholesome read, but I don't think you should rush it. I'd say you read the first 50 chapters, and if you enjoy it, good for you. I don't expect in 3 months if Yuzakura Family to be here. I mean, the main character literally has 2 children already, and they have become main characters for a while now, and I doubt it will be around here. But I do enjoy Yuzakura Family. I will lie if I say I read weekly. I let the chapters build up and then I read it, but there are aspects of chapters which I like. At the end of the day, it's just a wholesome shonen action manga. Himaten. Himaten looks like a perverted piece of shit manga. Is it actually a perverted piece of shit manga? Well, the thing is, the girl's name is Himariz, which immediately docks 100 points. But if we are serious for a second, I kinda don't care for this one. Yeah, the idea is that this guy's a house cleaner, and he's cleaning this girl's house, and this girl is studying with him, and she's like the celebrity. And I feel like this is a very big insult manga. I know. I read the first chapter, did not get grabbed by it. If it's still here by like 3-month mark, I'll read it. I'll fucking fine. I guess I'll do it, but I don't think this is here to stay. Or if Blue Box ends anytime soon, I think it's here to stay, but no. Oh ho ho! Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi, something I was looking forward to fucking discuss. It has the trope of an anxiety-ridden dude done very well. This guy is Kiyoshi. He's looking very strong, very scary. He suffers from fucking anxiety. He's afraid of everything he fights. In the first fucking chapter, he sat down, told the ghost to come on, dude, and shit his fucking pants and did not move for 3 fucking hours. The ghost thought this guy was fucking hardcore when in reality he's fucking scared shitless. If you don't find this joke funny, you don't like Kiyoshi. But in my opinion, Kiyoshi scratches the same itch as Saiki K, or whatever this show was called. I instantly think Kiyoshi's funnier, because Kiyoshi's doing this trope really fucking well. It's so funny, and the antics Kiyoshi gets up to is really good. The only thing I think Kiyoshi's kind of lacking is a funny supporting cast. Kiyoshi himself is very funny, but I can't say everyone else is as funny as him. But another thing you might notice, the art style reminds me, like, not exactly Soul Eater, but Soul Eater-esque vibes, so if you like the art style, you should read it. So, I hope Kyoshi survives. It got a color page on chapter 9, but it's kind of fallen behind on the rankings. I really hope it survives. I love this series. I love reading it weekly. I think it's funny. God, please let Kyoshi live. Kyoshi right now is setting up its tournament arc, which kind of has me worried because the latest chapter wasn't as funny as the previous one. But still, I hope to God Kyoshi nails the tournament arc, because the tournament arcs are usually a make or break moments for Shonen in this series, even though I think Jujutsu Kaisen had a pretty mid as fuck tournament arc, but still! Yes. Next up is Akane Banashi. I have not read Akane Banashi yet. I'm still catching up to it. It's a manga about Rakuga, which is a thing where you sit down and tell funny stories to an audience. I promise you I will catch up on Akane Banashi for the next, for the winter of this video. Astro Real sucks, man. I get what's so cool about Astro Real. I read it, I tried to catch up on it, but I dropped it at chapter 4. It just Tokyo Revengers, but fucking dumber. And the concept is that from the start, this guy has a shit ton of sons, and one of the sons is Hibaru. Wait, is it Hibaru or is it Astro? Which one of them is Astro and which one of them is Hibaru? Wait, give me a second. Yeah, his name is Hibaru Yotsurugi, and one of his brothers, which is Terasu Yotsurugi, is going to be the next clan head, and everyone disagrees with it. On the same day as this happens, a shooting star falls down, which gives... wait, give me a second. And... which grants them magical powers, so they decide to have a fucking turf war, which sounds amazing, but it's written by fucking Tokyo Revengers author, which does not realize that the best thing he used to do is fucking queerbait, right character interactions, and not action, and not resolves to things. The other thing that does not help me is that he's suffering from Hiro Mashima effect, but when Hiro Mashima clearly is doing it by purpose, this motherfucker is doing it by accident very clearly, when he's literally drawing the characters in the same fucking way as he did previously. They're literally reused designs at this point. I don't think Astro Real is a good series. It might survive. I'm not going to be here saying you that Astro Real won't survive. I think it at least will reach the chapter 30 mark. But I really hope it dies. You know what I hope dies is fucking Kill Blue. You know why? Okay, Kill Blue is the same as Shinobi Takedown, but this time the guy protecting the girl is a fucking grown-ass man. The only thing that I have in my mind going for this series is Kuroko's Basketball is the origin. It's from Kuroko's Basketball's author, Tadatoshi Fujimaki. But I know, I just don't like the concept. I think, from what I read, the reason this series is surviving for so long is because it's thriving on character interactions. But also, there are the really weird moments with this grown-ass man in a child's body, kinda, not flirtatiously, but it kind of feels weird for him to interact with a girl who is less... I don't know how to explain this. It's weird for him to interact with a minor in the way that he's interacting with her, which I don't fucking like. That's why I will not be discussing Kill Blue. If it survives the axe, and still here by winter, I will read it. I have no other fucking choice, because I decided to do this. Elusive Samurai is a showcase of how much of a fucking idiot I am. Samurai is amazing. It's an amazing series, everything about it is amazing, and I have read only 5 chapters, and as if now, I'm reading it right now. But I'll give you the synopsis, and I think you should actually watch the anime. Because I'm thinking of stopping reading the manga for now, to experience the anime, because it's that fucking good. What is Elusive Samurai about? It's about this kid, which is First of all, it's from Yurusei Matsui, the creator of Assassination Classroom, which, as we know, or as we all know, is a really great series. And this is about this kid who's supposed to be the next, like, leader, I believe, not the Shogun. Maybe the Shogun, I don't remember exactly the politics, but this is a very important kid, which he's known for escaping battles in history, and this is the adaptation of his story. This is the adaptation of his story, which him escaping battle after battle, learning to protect himself in order to defeat the evil overthrower known as Ashikaga Takauji, which in our history is known as a really cool guy. So, this story evolves into this kid going from a 13-year-old to an 18-year-old and growing up as a person. So if you like coming-of-age stories with a lot of comedic elements, a lot of cool action, and if you're watching the anime, a lot of cool Sakuga moments, then you should check it out. I don't promise you by the next time we're here, I'll definitely read It Was Samurai.
Stop posting the leaks!
Witch Watch, this is by the author of Scat Dance, and I didn't enjoy Witch Watch for the same reason I did not enjoy Scat Dance's manga. It's because I kind of found the paneling to be boring, but I think the concept is very solid. From what I read, it's about a guy who is, I believe, is he an orc or is he human? Ogre, who starts winging with his child friend Nico, who has a crush on him. And she is a witch who's practicing her magic. The world itself is full of different magical creatures living side by side with them. And it's this wholesome story of them living together. Now, I think Witch Watch is really good. It's very colorful, it's very fun, what I want to say. Will it survive? I think, yeah, it will comfortably survive to its end. It's a very fun series, I'm enjoying it. From what I'm reading right now, I'm not really actively trying to catch up, but if this video does well, I'll probably have to catch up. But is Witch Watch worth your reading? It's not an action series, it's a wholesome slice of life with fantasy aspects. Yeah, sure, why not? I think from what Witch Watch is doing, it's definitely going to survive. Noise Exorcist is fucking boring. But it's surviving. I don't think it will survive for much longer, but it's surviving. Fuck, I kinda don't want to talk about it, because I think it's that boring. Basically, it's about this guy who becomes Nue's exorcist. Nue is this witch that lives in a hidden room in his school. And he becomes her exorcist and exorcises shit around the school, and that sounds so fucking boring. You can tell exactly how the plot will progress and how it will go, and I don't know. I can't understand what's carrying this series. Why is it on chapter 66 on fucking Phantom Seer and on 31? But yeah. Now the series I enjoy a lot is Super Psychic Policeman Chojo, because it scratches the same fucking itch as Gintama. And to sell you on Super Psychic Policeman Chojo, since it doesn't really have arcs, it just have daily episodes, I will read out the first few pages, and you decide whether you should read it or not. When you first enter the workforce, you learn something. You can't choose the people you work with. Okay, take a deep breath. That's right, it's okay. I'm diving into your deep memories right now. I can see something! The smartphone password you forgot is 4645. I said 4645. That's it! Like, this joke immediately made me love this series. It scratched the same itch that Gintama scratched. The concept is this policeman lives in a world where psychics are a common thing. And unless they're working for big places like spy agencies, etc., they're always seen as nuisances because they are seen as creeps who can go into your mind at any given moment. But Chojo does not do things like this, but he still acts as if he's a jerk when he's actually not. He works with this policewoman Nao Ippongi, which is a... Lord have mercy. Nao Ippongi. And it has a really colorful cast similar to Gintama, where we see a weird person, we interact with this weird person, and then they eventually become a background cast and appear from time to time. And yeah, the series is definitely, I don't know, I kind of wanted to stay around. I kind of wanted to be, like, I love Gintama. I watched all of it, and I hope it evolves the same way as Gintama does. The art is very cute. I love it. So, yeah. I hope one day it will get an anime. I hope it will survive, but... yeah. I don't think so. You know what's definitely not going to survive? Yokai Buster Marukami. The first chapter was so fucking stupid that I think I don't want to... Guess which one of these guys is Murakami, excuse me. It's this guy. And you know what's the whole thing? He just roasts the fucking monsters all the time. Sounds funny, right? Here's the thing. In the first chapter, he roasted this kappa for approximately the entire runtime of the chapter. The entire pages were wasted on this single joke. So, I hated that fucking much. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not funny. I just don't find it funny. That's why it's on the bottom. So yeah. No. It's definitely going to get cancelled. I'm not even going to bother reading after chapter 1. Same goes for Me and Roboko. I'm going to be ignoring Me and Roboko every single time it comes up. And what the fuck do you mean it has a movie? So, unfortunately, as you can see, despite this video being 41 minutes long, I did not read everything on this list. So, to make up to you, I will read some of them Jump Plus things, which are as follows, which are 2 I found really good, and I think you should read it. Mad by Yusuke Otori, and Centuria by Toru Kuramori. Centuria is what if we took a dark fantasy setting, but instead of defaulting to going for berserk type seinen, we are going to make a shonen. It's amazing. You definitely should read it. This guy has Cthulhu-like powers which he uses to defeat evil things, but also it has a really nice aspect of family to it, which I like. I haven't caught up to it. I'm probably going to, but from the first 15 chapters, I really love it. I really love the slight horror aspect it has. Mad, I'm following every time the chapter comes out. First of all, yes, the art is very Fujimoto and Gege inspired, but the concept being so... I love manga that don't go by the tropes and kind of adapt it itself, like, as if it's a movie. I really love it. Like, if you look at it, the synopsis, it does feel like a manga. It feels like rather a movie someone is adapting. Even this character, like, I don't remember his name right now, but he just looks like a specific actor, which I can't remember. Basically, should you read Mad? Fuck yeah, read Mad. It's amazing. I love it. I think it's going to be pretty big. I'm not sure if we are going to be discussing the Jump Plus series weekly here, but I hope we are. A new one just came out, which is a hero organization about a dad who's a hero. I think we'll be discussing at least one Jump Plus series every 3 months. So right now, that's all. So what are you going to read from the series I recommended? The ones that are new. Of course, we're not going to be discussing big hitters, but still, I think, and if you think one of the Jump Plus series should get a small section of the video in the future, tell me differently, because I will give it a shot. Don't tell me Dun Dun Dun, because I love Dun Dun Dun, and I am reading it. Tell me something that is not very well known, and not everyone is reading it.